I think Robinhood is going to be so aggressive the next few years that I can't even imagine not having a big stake in this company, because there is no other financial institution that I'm even aware of that even has a plan to attempt to do the things that I think Robinhood is going to attempt to do. I think Robinhood is going to be very much like Amazon. Remember during the last 15 years when Amazon would get into an industry, it's like, oh my gosh, they're going to take over that industry. Like Amazon's going to sell drugs now. Like you're going to get all your prescriptions from Amazon, or Amazon's going to do this or that. And it's like, whoa, what is Amazon not going to do? I think we're going to see a similar setup with Robinhood over the next few years, where they're going to plant themselves into different industry sectors until someone says, "No, you've gone too far." Okay, you've gone too far. I don't know that anyone's gonna say that the next few years.
And that's okay. So to play devil's advocate here, are you at all concerned about their current valuation compared to competitors? Schwab is the one that obviously comes to mind.
I don't think you can compare them to Schwab because the growth trajectory and growth rates are totally different.
Schwab used to be a online broker that charged for trades, and then Robinhood came along and they had to offer free trades. I'm not investing in Schwab. I'm investing in Robinhood. I'm just trying to ask the question, what is to prevent Schwab from saying, "Oh, well, we can do prediction markets, we can do tokenization, we can do these things." Once Robinhood gets in trouble or doesn't get in trouble, they've laid the groundwork. We'll just do what they do.
I think they ultimately will do a lot, not everything, but a lot of the things that Robinhood is doing, but they were gonna do it way later, way slower, in much more of an antiquated way, and they are not going to capture the minds of the customer set. Meaning that if you are a young-ish investor, you do not want to be sitting with, you know, a a grandpa company like Schwab, because it's not fun, it's not interesting. You're always gonna be years behind in what you're able to do. Like, if Robinhood can somehow pull off real estate, like we've been talking about, if Robinhood can figure out a way to tokenize real estate and to actually be the company that helps facilitate those transactions, as well as all other financial transactions in the world, uh, that's a company that you're going to want to be with. Otherwise, you're waiting years and years for your financial institution to catch up. And quite honestly, the majority of young accounts are on Robinhood.
Schwab has just missed the boat on this younger generation by not having, crypto and all these things just default in their iPhone app. You can't, I mean, how do you come back from that?
When we were younger, we all worked at huge incumbent companies. You spent a decade of your life at Yahoo. Was there any way, even if you had people at Yahoo back in the day that saw something and said, "We need to jump on this quickly," it's like 3 years later before they actually do, and then they do it in a worse way.
There were people jumping on things all the time, but actually pushing it to the finish line and launching it as a product, it just became such a it's like trying to move through molasses. You can't do it at a big company, and that's where I feel like companies like Google we've been talking about Google and the AI race. I feel like Google is actually doing more than we would have expected, considering how big and slow they are, but, yeah, I just don't see Schwab being able to, put it into high gear and launch innovative products fast enough to get a younger generation that
Well, I just think it's too late. I just think they've already missed that customer.
Do you know what I think is the biggest white flag on Robinhood? Is they did something that I thought was stupid, really stupid, but it was a big white flag. The fact that they came out, you remember when they came out a few months ago and announced that they were going to deliver cash to you if you needed cash? That was a dumb thing. I don't really understand it. But the fact that someone said, "This would be cool. Let's float this. Let's just see if it works." And the company said, "What the hell? Let's deliver cash to people." Could you even imagine? Could you even imagine a scenario where a Charles Schwab or any other financial institution in the world
conversation happening within the walls of Charles Schwab or Goldman Sachs or, who
would that product ever make it to the light of day? Never. That one product, the fact that the CEO came out and said, "Hey, we're just gonna start delivering cash to you," not knowing if it would be the dumbest thing in the world, if anybody would use it, or if it would even still be a product in 6 months. The fact that this company is willing to take a risk on something as stupid as that, now you know they're gonna take the risk on other things that have potential to be multi-deca-billion-dollar industries if they work. That's what I love. This is what America is all about, taking huge risks to do great things, things that are so wild and so creative that nobody anywhere in the world in their right mind would ever even consider doing anything like this. The spirit of American entrepreneurial, like business, like, this is it. This is what this company is all about. This is what Robinhood is about.